Hello, welcome back to Anything and Everything. Today we will talk about some of the most breathtaking phenomenon to ever happen on Earth. Maybe you have seen one of these. Let me know if you have in the comments. While Earth is billions of years old, civilization had only been here for a fraction of that time. Generations go by without knowing what caused Mother Earth to act away. Written in religious beliefs to scientific studies, some phenomena are so rare, only a few have seen, and less are studied. Have you ever looked up at the sky and seen a rainbow that wasn't quite right? Or perhaps you've heard stories of glowing orbs of light appearing during thunderstorms. Nature has a way of surprising us with its unexplained and mesmerizing phenomena. Today, we'll explore 5 of the strangest occurrences that defy expectations and ignite curiosity. Despite their name, fire rainbows aren't actually rainbows, nor do they involve fire. Officially called circumhorizontal arcs, these dazzling spectacles occur when sunlight passes through ice crystals high in the atmosphere, typically in cirrus clouds. But there's a catch. The sun must be at least 58 degrees above the horizon for this optical marvel to appear. Because of this requirement, they are most commonly seen in summer and only in certain latitudes. The phenomenon was first described by scientists in the 19th century, though it has likely been observed for millennia. One of the earliest documented accounts comes from meteorologist Gustave Le Gray in the mid-1800s. Modern researchers have since studied these arcs using atmospheric simulations to better understand how light bends through ice crystals at precise angles. One of the most famous sightings occurred in Idaho, USA, in 2006, when an enormous fire rainbow spanned the sky for nearly an hour, stunning residents and meteorologists alike. What if I told you that some of history's most mysterious ghost ships and floating castles were nothing more than tricks of light? Fata Morgana is a complex type of superior mirage that occurs when layers of warm and cold air bend light in such a way that objects on the horizon appear stretched, floating, or even inverted. The term Fata Morgana was coined in the 18th century, named after the sorceress Morgan Le Fay from Arthurian legend, as medieval sailors believed these illusions were her magical handiwork. However, the phenomenon itself was recorded much earlier. Aristotle mentioned similar mirages in his writings, and explorers like Henry Hudson described seeing ghostly ships in the Arctic in the early 1600s. A modern example occurred in 2015 when multiple residents in China captured images of what appeared to be a floating city above the horizon. While some believed it was evidence of a parallel universe, meteorologists confirmed it as a striking instance of Fata Morgana. Few natural phenomena are as elusive and terrifying as ball lightning. Imagine a glowing sphere of electricity appearing out of nowhere, floating eerily through the air, and then vanishing with a sudden explosion. Unlike normal lightning, which lasts for milliseconds, ball lightning can persist for several seconds, moving unpredictably and even passing through walls. The first recorded sighting of ball lightning dates back to 1638 in England, when villagers at St. Pancras Church witnessed a fiery orb crash through a window, killing several people. Since then, accounts of ball lightning have appeared worldwide, yet it remained a mystery for centuries. In 2012, Chinese scientists accidentally recorded ball lightning during a thunderstorm using spectrographs, revealing that it contained elements from soil, suggesting that it may form when lightning strikes the ground and vaporizes minerals. Despite this breakthrough, the exact nature of ball lightning is still debated, and it continues to be one of nature's most puzzling electrical events. Deep in the arid desert of Death Valley, rocks appear to move on their own, leaving long, winding trails in the dry lake bed. For decades, the mystery of the sailing stones baffled scientists. With no visible force pushing them, how could these massive rocks glide across the desert floor? The phenomenon was first scientifically noted in the 1940s by geologist Jim McAllister, but it wasn't until 2014 that researchers Richard Norris and his team saw the mystery using GPS tracking and time-lapse photography. Their study revealed that a thin layer of ice forms on the ground during cold nights, and when it begins to melt, it reduces friction, allowing strong winds to gently push the rocks along the surface. A process so subtle, it's almost imperceptible, yet powerful enough to create one of nature's strangest illusions. One of the largest recorded rock movements occurred in 2013 when multiple stones, some weighing over 700 pounds, moved simultaneously across the racetrack playa, leaving behind stunning trails that lasted for months. Finally, we reach one of the sky's most ethereal displays, the glory phenomenon. Unlike a regular rainbow, a glory forms when sunlight interacts with tiny water droplets, creating a perfect, colorful ring around a shadow. Pilots and mountaineers often witness this spectacle when looking down at clouds, where their own silhouette appears encircled by a glowing halo. First described by 18th century meteorologist Tobias Lowitz, the phenomenon was later studied in detail by scientist Auguste Bravais in the 19th century. He discovered that it was caused by the backscattering of light, similar to a rainbow, but more complex in its interaction with atmospheric moisture. A famous occurrence of the glory phenomenon was reported by pilots during World War II, when they saw the eerie effects surrounding their aircraft, leading to the term the pilot's halo. Even today, it remains one of the most breathtaking optical illusions seen from above the clouds. From fiery rainbows in the sky to ghostly mirages on the horizon, and from electric orbs to wandering stones, nature continues to amaze and mystify us. These phenomena may be explained by science, but that doesn't take away from their beauty or intrigue. The next time you see something unusual in the sky or on the ground, remember, nature still has secrets left to uncover.